Title: The Unchanging Glory of God Revealed. Text: Hebrews 1:3, Malachi 3:6, John 14. Introduction. When we speak of God's attributes, we are not describing parts of him as though he could be divided. Rather, we are beholding who he is, his nature fully expressed, perfectly consistent, and eternally revealed. God is not becoming something new. He is the same yesterday, today, and forever. What he has always been, he has now fully made known. The beauty of this revelation is that God is no longer hidden behind shadows, symbols, and distance. His character has been brought into clear view, not through fragments, but through a complete and living expression. 1. God is light, pure and without darkness. God is absolute purity. There is no mixture in him, no contradiction, no hidden corruption, no instability. His light is not merely something he gives, it is who he is. This means that everything proceeding from him is consistent with that light. There is no division in his will, no internal conflict in his nature. What he reveals is true because he himself is truth. And now that light has been made visible, not in abstract form, but in a person, in a life fully lived, in a reality that can be known and experienced. 2. God is love, not in measure, but in essence. Love is not something God occasionally expresses. It is his very being. His actions are not attempts to become loving. They flow from his nature as love itself. This love is not conditional, fluctuating, or dependent on human response. It is constant, self-giving, and complete. It does not increase or decrease. It does not react. It initiates. What was once perceived through promises and anticipations has now been brought into full expression. Love has acted decisively, not holding anything back, revealing that God's heart has always been toward reconciliation and union. 3. God is just, perfectly right in all he does. God's justice is not separate from his love. It is not an opposing force within him. His justice is the expression of what is right, consistent with his nature. He does not operate by arbitrary standards. What he does is right because it flows from who he is. His judgments are not reactions of anger, but revelations of truth, bringing things into alignment with his reality. And now what was once anticipated as future resolution has been brought into fulfillment. What needed to be set right has been set right, not through ongoing effort, but through a completed work that stands as final and sufficient. 4. God is faithful. Unchanging and reliable, God does not shift. He does not reconsider. He does not fail. What he speaks, he fulfills, not partially, but completely. Faithfulness is not dependent on human consistency. It stands on his own nature. He remains true even when others do not, because he cannot deny himself. What he promised has not been left incomplete. What he began has not been abandoned. His faithfulness has reached its intended goal, demonstrating that he finishes what he declares. 5. God is present, near, not distant. There was a time when God's presence was perceived as localized, confined to places mediated through systems, approached with distance. But that was never his ultimate intention. God is not far off. He is not confined. He is not accessed through layers. His presence is immediate, personal, and abiding. What was once symbolized has now been realized. The separation has been removed, and what remains is nearness, constant and unbroken. 6. God is complete, nothing lacking, nothing pending. God is not in process. He is not waiting to complete something. He is not dependent on future fulfillment to become whole. Everything necessary to reveal him fully has already been accomplished. There is no unfinished aspect of his nature. There is no attribute that is still developing. What we see now is not a preview. It is the full unveiling. The revelation is not partial. It is complete. Conclusion. To understand God's attributes is to see him as he truly is, not fragmented, not distant, not unfolding, but fully revealed and perfectly consistent. He is light, and there is no darkness in him. He is love, and it does not waver. He is just, and nothing remains unresolved. He is faithful, and nothing has been left undone. He is present, and nothing separates. He is complete, and nothing is lacking. The invitation is not to wait for God to become something more, but to see, to know, and to rest in who he already is. Closing thought. What if everything you've ever hoped God would be, he already is?